Tell me.
ओके सर एक्चुअली हम लोग ना एक सेमिनार रखना चाहते हैं
Okay.
दिल्ली में। और हम लोग सीबीएसई आईसीएसई सब बोर्ड को इनवाइट करना चाहते हैं, मतलब उन्हीं के थ्रू एक सेमिनार और मतलब एक अरेंज करना चाहते हैं दिल्ली में।
Okay.
तो और हम लोग अपना बुक जो है एक्चुअली स्कूल्स में ना मेंटल हेल्थ को प्रॉपरली लिया नहीं जा रहा है।
Okay.
तो उसका तो गाइडेंस हम लोगों को चाहिए। वो लोग तो सिर्फ नोटिस निकाला कि हाँ मेंटल हेल्थ को इम्प्लीमेंट करना है। तो स्कूल्स में जो है ना सर, स्कूल्स में सिर्फ काउंसलर रख देते हैं, जो नॉटी बच्चा होते हैं उसके ऊपर काउंसलिंग होता है। तो हम लोगों को वही बोर्ड में एक्चुअली अप्रोच करना है। तो हम लोग कैसे क्या करें सर, आपका सजेशन चाहिए। और हम लोग एक दिल्ली में करना है हम लोगों को अपना बुक भी इंट्रोड्यूस करना है कि मैंडेट किया जाए हर एक मतलब बोर्ड में। और हम लोग कैसे क्या ये कर सकते हैं सर।
See, actually, there is a very, very special training requirement for those people who are counseling students. What is there in the syllabus, even to get a master's degree in counseling, is not good enough to practically work. So, the book what I authored is meant for those people who are doing the counseling. So, it's like a guide for them, it's a workbook for them. Based on that, we can have what is called a counseling or mentors navigational workshop. How do you navigate them? How do you direct them? How do you give them course of action? What I did in Kerala, that program was called Mentors Navigation Workshop. It's called MNW. If you look at MNW DrTPS, you will see a lot of videos on Mentors Navigation Workshop, which I did for college teachers. That was for counseling for students to get them into higher education. Now here, Mentors Navigation Workshop, specially meant for whichever grade which you are saying, maybe grades 8th to grade 12th. और टीचर्स के लिए एक सेमिनार, it's not seminar, it has to be one day workshop. Okay. So that workshop we can invite many teachers from different colleges or schools. College means many states. Now I am in Bombay. I was talking to teachers of +1 +2. Here it is Maharashtra board college hai. Hyderabad maybe +1 +2 is under state board college. So when you do it in the national level, +1 +2 for CBSE, ICSE, ISA schools के लिए, but for the state board it can be junior college. They're called junior colleges. So for junior college teachers and +1 +2 board students, from 8th grade to 10th class, pura school education teachers, high school teachers, and then junior board, junior degree colleges, and +1 +2 board students, including all the CBSE, ICSE, state syllabus, sub ke liye, we can circulate and then plan a date, and we can have a mentors navigational workshop for a day. And those below that, our book is also like that. What I made is from age 3 to grade 7 and grade 8 to grade 12. So do two different ways, because the problems are also different. The teenage problems, adolescence problems are different. Young children, their problems are different. So we have to give two different proposals, and whichever government organization wanted to sponsor it, contact it, or even sponsor people, educators, school administrators, can do it on a day which you like to do it, either in Delhi or in Bombay or different places, probably 4 different zones: east zone, west zone, north zone, and south zone. Like that, we could do it, right? Because people need not travel, and if you want to cover large number, some representation, best thing is to do it in 4 different places. And probably some of the education secretary, ministers, or maybe people will love some interest, and they will conduct it region wise or state wise also. That's possible. So plan it probably in Kolkata for the northeast and eastern side, and maybe Bombay for the western side, and Delhi for the north
Okay.
oriented side, maybe Bangalore or Hyderabad for the south oriented side. That could be one of the best proposal which you can give, because all India, when you say, sometime the the national board need not do this, but when you add the state government board, somebody may support it, because there are a lot of fund for the NEP training programs, right? So only thing we have to find out who is the coordinator and then push him through that, or give it to the NCRT board or maybe CBSE board, and then all the different modes we have to try.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that could be one best thing what you can do.
Okay.
Because if when you say East India, maybe some 6 7 states you can send a letter. One state agrees, you can pull the other people to that place, right? Understood? Because education generally, such fundings other than the board doesn't support with a lot of money. They don't do large programs. They are only governing councils. Understood? So they don't conduct such funding programs. They don't give. That's a problem. So I have not seen some boards funding for such programs. Government can do that. That's probably one good thing. See, for example, Andhra Pradesh government wanted to do some different things on education. Delhi government wanted to do different education. So you write to Delhi chief minister. If he gets convinced, definitely he will fund that. Understood. But before that, what you should do is you should make some um, a, a body in which this is not represented by one part of India, the pan India, some council sort of a thing, and then push it with that. Understood. Maybe 2 3 collaborative programs. You can put I've got something called the World Social Craft Foundation. That also can be added. And Shiksha can be added. So when they go and look at the website, 1 or 2 websites are given, they see a large number of programs are being done, right? Then they will support. Otherwise, you will have to show what is that you have done before getting some funding from some companies. Anybody. Or another one is the CSR. If somebody can sponsor it through CSR, then definitely yes.
Okay.
Some banks also have got such fundings. They have CSR fundings on the banks. So if you look at some
Yes.
regional managers of some bank, definitely they have got a funding available for such things. Social commitment is part of the activity. Anybody who does business, social commitment is part of that, and then they have CSR fund.
So, sir, as a first step, as you said, now what is the first step that we can take? As you said, you already have 2 3 organizations that we can use as collaboration with us.
Yeah.
So, shall we prepare a letter right now for all the governments? It can be the same letter, only the name will be changed.
Yes.
And we can mention the organization's name.
Yeah.
Right? And
Definitely.
we will write to them that we want to do it.
Yeah.
And second thing is that shall we finalize a tentative date right now, or shall we tell them that we haven't finalized the date, but we are just talking? How do we initiate the discussion?
One best thing what can be done is we can say one seminar at the national level or maybe regional level, 4 different seminars at different places. These are all the tentative programs which we have, so that some action will be faster. And then subsequently from there we have to pull out and then go to different programs in that region, right? Suppose you are doing a north program or south program or east program, then state wise we will have to find the trainers training program or maybe mentoring program for subsequent large number of groups. So before the next academic year we wanted to finish it. Suppose sometime it can be April or June. So before that we wanted to conduct this. Maybe April, May, June is the right time to finish all this. This is how you should project. Exact date or tentative date. This is how we plan. We plan to have it in north in this time, south in this time, west in this time. But what happens is, once you make such a commitment and don't do it, Next time you will not be able to show your face into them. So make it tentative and planned programs.
Okay.
And whatever certain done, whether it happens low or high, big program or small program, do something on a small scale, but do it so that yeah, we have done it. This is our commitment. We have done it. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah. So in that you can mention
So-
what mentors navigation program which I have done. Refer to that playlist which I have got in my website, because I am also part of you. You can mention that I have done similar things throughout Kerala. Understood. And all the credentials has to become part of it. Then definitely somebody will approve it.
So we will prepare a letter draft and we will share with you so that you can let
I
us
can
know whether
edit
the
it and then
language
send
is
you
correct
back.
or not, everything.
Edit it and send you back.
Yeah.
I'm
And
in,
the
I'm
second
in
thing is
Bombay.
that now-
Yesterday I had a program in which National Education Policy Teachers Training Program was happening. Today I was in a school, and until now, just now I got relieved. Continuously there was meetings on discussions on different people, some principals, some teachers. On 6th there is a seminar which they wanted me, but I am leaving early. 5th I am going. So that's also large number of teachers gathering. So I'm sure there are a lot of activities happening, but real workshops which is practically usable is not happening most of the places. So we will make it a serious learning activity rather than a showing activity, not a show of awards and such things, right?
Mm.
I will only collaborate and then work with such people who are really contributing for something learning.
Mm.
So I am fully with you, no issue.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So there may be few teachers associations or teachers groups. We can ask them to collaborate. All of them should put into, need not to be the same letter throughout. Assume that you are submitting something in Delhi. Show somebody from Delhi you are collaborating. Show somebody from south, north, east, west separately. Identify on the internet network. Identify and tag with some people where you can collaborate and make them as part of it, so that at least they will get a credibility associating with you. They can also claim they have also done a program, right? Understood.
Mm.
So that way, when you share, they will also find some interest to sponsor some candidates, circulate it among different social media. All that will happen parallel. Understood.
So when we make the banners and flyers and all, we can use their logo on the flyers.
On to your
right?
even the letter which you are submitting, when you're doing in east and west and south and north, it can be with those people, because they may have some influence with them, right? That also can be there.
Okay.
And if there are some national players, yes, we can use them like that. And then when you do it, you say, yeah, this is what we have done in north, this is what we have done in east, west, south, so that it shows you have a pan India representation.
But now, so sending these letters to the government, getting a response from them is the difficult part.
No, see,
Right, so how
generally
do we-
when you send it to 100 people, only 1 or 2 will respond. Because every day in the government office, hundreds of letters will come. Sometimes they don't even open it. They will just throw in the dustbin as it is. Number one. Number two, even if they open it, they will look at who are the people who are on the board. What is their credibility? What is their qualification? How much work they have done? Whether I know this person earlier or not. Understood? Suppose you are in West Bengal, a letter goes with my name, definitely governor will look at it. You understood? So it depends on whether you have a name, you are known to somebody. All that matters in government. Because every day they get hundreds. Do you think those people have time for all this? They will not have time. And when you write constantly 2-3 times, they will know, oh, this person, one letter was there earlier, let me also look at it. But some offices are very, very sharp. They will keep looking at it. Suppose you send it to Prime Minister's office, definitely he will look at it, because he has got a lot of people just for looking at letters. Understood? So it depends on whom you are approaching, where are you putting your requirements. And there are a lot of funding agencies in government also, but at a different ministry at different level. Suppose you send it to HRD ministry and you know somebody in HRD ministry. You can go and then meet them, talk to them. Unless you go and physically meet them, they will not even look at it sometimes. But you make to look at them, the personal secretary can send a note and then minister just signs. Then the rest of the things becomes easier. And even if I know somebody there, if I speak, they will not find interest because physically you are not there. So every day there will be a lot of people going and meeting and talking to them. So unless you go and push them, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Otherwise, there are, international agencies may be there. You must keep looking at it and write to them. Don't get disappointed. I wrote and no reply. When you write 300 people, probably 3 of them will reply. Out of 100, 1 reply is good enough actually. And you already have many of such letters, right? But don't make it as a PowerPoint. Don't make it as something. Write it as a note, brief. First paragraph, when I read, I must know what is that you are looking for. Last paragraph, I must know what is that exactly you are looking now. What is your requirement? Beach mein kuch bhi likho, nobody is going to read that. I will read only first paragraph and last paragraph.
I actually also believe that we should write these letters very, very short.
Very short,
Presentations
very good. And then I have something to add on as an annexure or an appendix or something which explains it much further if somebody is interested. Once you write a long letter, nobody will be interested. But write a short one. Then next you can have some appendix or maybe add it to enclosure, some more documents. Refer that in the letter, that's good enough. Okay, put some biodata of people who are associated with other credentials. All that has to be visible. And today in digital media, everybody does this immediately. They will Google and find out what is that you are doing. And that matters a lot. Or physically you must go and push it in the ministry. But I don't think nothing will happen now in central government because the country is going for an election. No ministers, no PA, no secretary, nobody has time for anything else other than election. So only board, education department, maybe secretaries and such people will be able to do some help. And that too, generally March budget will be over. Either it is finished and the next budget, the interim budget came, April onwards only they will open up. So no funding will happen. So it's only CSR fund and collective. Assume that you have got some 10 schools in your custody, ask them to contribute some money and put them together and then run a program. Because there are some schools which have got connected to 100 schools, 10 schools, 15 schools at a stretch with them. Definitely they will be able to, that also becomes a market for them, right?
So, fine. And so after meeting now,
नहीं आप बोलिए
नहीं मतलब इसके बाद अभी फर्स्ट हमें वी हैव टू राइट अ लेटर एंड सर के साथ शेयर करते हैं कि ये वी आर सेंडिंग टू ऑल द गवर्नमेंट्स फ्रॉम टुमारो इटसेल्फ वी शुड डू द वर्क. सो उसके बाद देखते हैं कितनों का रिस्पांस आता है, क्या आता है, देन सर विल गाइड फॉर द नेक्स्ट स्टेप.
And if your network is too good, probably what you can do is like a competition, we can launch some program. It will be slightly delayed, but some competition where describe what theme we have, the mental health of teenage, right? Ask somebody to record a 3 minutes video or 2 minutes video and post on to you. Select who is the best person who is counseling and then call them for an award.
Okay.
You understood?
Online,
so those contributing have to give some 1,000 rupees or something online, out of which we will say in each state we will give some 2-3 awards or 1 or 2 awards like that, and give this the price which we are going to do. It can be parallel. So you are getting real people who are interested in contributing, interested in doing such activity, and having committed at least a minimum amount. They don't mind coming to you for a program, and by which you can collect a lot of money, from which you can run a program in different places. And when you're doing, it can be one of those school auditorium without much of expense, right? Only working lunch can be given. So some schools have got canteen, you can conduct there. So it will not be more expensive instead of having a big hotel programs and such things, right? So you can do such programs. That can be a B.Ed college or M.Ed college. Today, when somebody from Kolkata was here with me, they are running a teachers training program in Kolkata. They run a school there. So I'll give you the contacts and share you the contacts. Morning till evening, up to evening 7 o'clock मेरे साथ था, कलकत्ता से आया. Okay. So there are some schools who are interested in such things. They spend a lot of time to spend with me, talk to me. They are interested in propagating. So I was telling today I have a meeting with you like this. So there may be somebody who is running a school. When you can do it, facilities are with you. So you can get it free. I'm sure with your contacts, getting a place is not a big problem. Then what is the next expense? Bringing people together, they have to come by their own. And you are giving a competition, so you get a lot of people. Then we can have some activities and then discussions. Workshop means it is not listening to lectures, no blah blah blah. It's going to be group activities, such things, right? By which they will learn something. So our idea is to propagate what idea we have to inject into them. Number one. Number two, create some interaction so that we get some idea from different people. Understood? And posting such hundreds of videos into your YouTube or my YouTube itself. You make a playlist, I make a playlist, share them into both of the playlists. So it becomes my property and your property. But somebody contributed, right?
Yes.
Which are worth. And see how many people have recommended it, how many comments we have, public opinion, how many people have ticked it, how many people have given recommended this is good. Based on that, we will take a opinion and give you awards. So definitely there will be a lot of people looking at our website, looking at our YouTube. It's another way of marketing yourself. A teacher who is competing with 1,000 rupees will tell 1,000 people to record it. That means your hit is 1,000, right? Understood? See, there are different methods to look at it. Yeah. We can do it. It's not a big job. But only thing we should keep in action. See, what happens was we were discussing similar things sometime back. Nothing happened after that. Then after some time you come back and then some opinion comes. Then no follow-up. Otherwise, I was passing through Kolkata. I would have spent 2 days with you, right? Last 2 weeks back, I was there in... last month, I was there in Kolkata.
Okay.
I was there in Rampur Hut and such places. For teachers training only, I was there. Rupnarayanpur,
Okay,
Rampur Hut, Silguri, all that places I was roaming around. Then I went to Darjeeling, then I came back.
Sir, you know Jagannath Patnaik, sir?
I heard, I know him.
Okay. He also very interested about this mental health and all.
Okay.
He told me that he have a connection in Narayana owner and his son-in-law, with his son-in-law.
Yeah, all
So,
contacts, use all contacts. But what happens is normally the corporate schools and corporate colleges, they don't do anything other than maths, physics, chemistry and IIT. They don't allow anybody to intervene in between. Understood? Because their style is entirely different. I know I am from Hyderabad. I know Chaitanya Narayana, which I call it as China disease. Chaitanya Narayana together, I call it as China disease. And it's a big disease in education, which you cannot cure, I cannot cure. But every people who join there will get into some IIT or something. It's good for them. But they are not into what activity which we are planning. So I don't have much hope in getting through them or getting into them. I think some National Youth Day program I spoke few years back, I coined this word. Hyderabad has got China's disease. Chaitanya Narayana disease. It started from Hyderabad actually. So
okay,
it's
sir. And you
nice.
told me that कि हम लोग वो गवर्नर को लेटर भेजने के लिए जो हम लोगों का वेस्ट बंगाल में पायलट प्रोजेक्ट में तो हम लोग सेंड कर दिए.
Okay.
मगर अभी तो कोई रिस्पांस नहीं आया सर.
What you should do
you
is
have any...
No, what you should do is see when the letter goes to him, definitely the response will not come in a week's time. Got it?
Okay.
If that letter is perfect, you will get an answer. If the letter has no standard, then they will just throw it. Suppose the letter which you have sent has no standard, and if I know somebody there, even the PS or the secretary level, if I speak to them, actually it's shame for me. So I will not talk to anybody, I will not recommend anybody unless I see what letter you are sending. Whether it is drafted properly, whether the content is good, whether the enclosure is good, what is that you have added. Without that, it's very difficult to interview.
So maybe we can write one more letter now.
You should send me that
And-
letter what you have sent, so that, see, what the first impression matters.
Yes.
Understood? So do that in full confidence. So then it happens.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I told you, no.
लेटर लिख के सर को भेज दीजिए, मैं भेज दे रही हूँ सर को. सर एक बार चेक कर.
Yeah,
और
definitely.
correction अगर.
Yeah. In the full format in which you are going to send, it should come like as it is. Send the PDF, send me the text, both document files.
Okay. Word form में भेज देते हैं सर.
Anything. Yeah, word format and all that. So that your letterhead looks good. All that should be there, right? Add in the format in which you are going to send. So like a PDF, and the text also is sent so that some editing can be done easily.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, sir. ठीक.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.